All right, it's the end of the 7 p.m. turn, and well, the Allies are holding out despite the loss of those Dutch Belgians. Out on the left, the Prussians are really pushing quite hard. They have, as I mentioned last turn, they've tried to push through this little area, threaten the gaps between the flanks of the Guards divisions. You can see Pirch's Corps. This is Pirch's Corps pushing through around here. They're trying to push in this little area between the two halves of von Bülow's corps. You may recall, in an act of desperation, von Bülow split his corps up to try to push against the French on the right here. They have had some success out here. Von Bülow also launched some assaults. But in response, the French have brought the Guard-like cavalry into the area. You can see them around here. And they launched some early charges on von Bülow's Prussians in this area, which were very successful. And this really upset von Bülow's plans to launch some more assaults. Some French-like cavalry. So the French have rushed to try to respond to Pirch's assaults. Some French-like cavalry has begun to move around. Imperial Guard shifting around to the right. I mentioned this to contain the Prussians. By midway through the turn, they had the situation under control, and so this Guards division at the back decided that the crisis is over, and they would move back into the woods to threaten again. The Prussian First Corps has also arrived. You can see them in this area around here. They're now moving to the left. So with Pirch pushing through in the centre here with his corps, von Bülow attacking the French with half of his corps here, that First Corps will shift to the left and perhaps move through the woods here, or threaten, really put a lot of pressure on this French division here. The heavies were activated. They also helped the light cavalry, the French light cavalry, with their attacks on the Prussians there. But they're just, again, this containment has really scared the French off, and they're shifting their attention now. They've suddenly shifted back towards the Prussians. The Brunswickers, far from retreating and pulling back, despite their massive morale modifier, have actually launched a series of assaults on the French in this area with some successes. And just a little bit to the right, the French under Foy, remember, he pulled his line out to the left here, and they've quickly charged up onto the heights. And you can see what's happening here. Big open gaps, a few Allied skirmishes. And the French, again, winning the assaults. The French heavies on the right here, the cuirassiers also activated, but instead of charging, they've shifted around to get into a better position to, again, exploit this open area here. It's just a bit of fire combat here, not much happening, and some more French heavies moving down. There were some cavalry skirmishes last turn. So it's a bit of a mixed situation. It's really hard to tell what's happening. The Allies certainly are in trouble out here on the right. Ray's corps pushing quite hard. In the centre, the French hoping to just hold and not do much. Whereas out on the left, as with last turn, there are just assaults and counter-assaults, both sides hitting each other all throughout the line. You can see a lot of disorder, cavalry and infantry getting mixed in together. You can see a lot of squares. There's some very tense fighting going on here, and it all hangs in the balance. The Prussians have more and more troops coming on. The French don't have much in reserve. They are really just shifting their forces around, trying to hold off the Prussians. So it's the end of the 7 o'clock turn, 7:20 p.m. turn coming on. It is starting to get a little dark. How long can the French hold on? indeed can the Prussians and the Allies hold on? These negative morale modifiers are really hurting. The Brunswickers in particular, they can't do much. The negative 18 modifier